Let's start making our Jaramillo soup for our babies. Overnight, 1 teaspoon of each grain. Let it be green beans, chickpeas, lentils, black beans. 1 teaspoon of each grain. Soak it overnight. Leave it in water. I added quinoa, you can see. You're gonna need, use a measurement cup if you need, 8 cups to make this soup. Now you can use either the pressure cook pot or a regular pot to make this soup. I use the pressure cook when I haven't put the grains overnight, when I'll forget. Usually I will just use the regular pot. There I'm putting my 8 cups. Try to get spring natural water. Get it in there, just to remind you that our baby's digestive system is ready. It's just like an adult one's, and it needs this nutritious meal the first 6 months of life for his brain, her brain, to develop all the neurons. It's a crime to raise your baby based on milk alone, on cow's milk, those powder milks that the doctors tell you don't give. Just give this powder cow milk to your kid. Don't give them any solid food until after the 6 months. They want us to destroy those geniuses that come to life. They need this. Dr. Jaramillo created this recipe. The recipe is called after his name because he knows what he's talking about. He's saved millions of lives. Kids, genius kids, have come after drinking this for the first 6 months in their lives. They can continue having it for the year until they have solid food. You can continue it until you are an adult or a senior. Now, after you put your beans to cook for 5 minutes, you start preparing your veggies. All your veggies are going to be about the size of your palm, half your palm. Not fast forwarding the video because I want you to see how I cut it, how see the measurement, how I prepare it. Everything has to be clean. Before COVID, this is in 2019, before COVID, I always wash my hands before I touch anything. Look how I measure my celery, about that size. I'm gonna link also the video of Mrs. Jaramillo. She shows also how to make it. It's in Spanish though, but here you have the idea. And if you click on that link I'm gonna post below in the description, you'll see it too. They advise a few leaves of spinach. It doesn't have to be a bunch, I have these green colors. You can use kale, any veggie that you have in hand. This soup is doable. Please don't tell me you don't cook. Please don't tell me you're lazy. It's for your baby. You don't want to hear the baby cry of hunger. This is a beet. See how I cut it? It's not the whole beet. Just a piece. I cut it and I peel it. It's less than half. Then I have a piece. I already have prepped. What is this? Some type of pumpkin. This is what it is. See this bit of beet. It doesn't have to be humongous. And the recipe, it also you can have potato. In Spanish they have a special potato called papa criolla. There you go. I washed every veggie, store it in a plate as things go. It's very, very important you do this for your baby. You don't want to hear your baby cry. You can give it, you can offer this soup to the baby the first minute he comes out, and then he can have your breast if you have little or much as a dessert. But this is more nutritious than a mother's milk. This is it. That's all your baby. My baby was underweight, and after a month of hearing my baby cry because she was hungry, she gained weight, and she was just a bless to have. The second month she increased her weight. What is this? Okay, we got the veggies. Now we're gonna add the fruit, about that size of apple. I make sure I got organic, so you can keep the skin, because I'm gonna use the Vitamix blender that mixes everything well. I'm using, as you can see, I think, yeah, I'm gonna use the whole apple or not. Let me see. I forgot. I made this, what, 3 years ago? And sorry, I meant to do the video earlier, but things happened. The video got lost. I couldn't upload it, and then you get busy with a little one. Now, dry plums. It'll make it sweet and appealable to your baby, because they need it sweet. The milk is kind of sweet. Your mom's milk is kind of sweet, so they need it to be sweet for them to drink it. Now, on average, I use 6 to 8 plums, but whenever your baby gets constipated, you can use up to 12. And it's normal, it's okay. Your baby, whenever in 6-8 months, whenever he starts eating solid food, at some point he or she's gonna get constipated, and it's normal, it's okay. So you just add plums, natural digestive food. Now, I get those without the seed, but after once I found a seed in one plum, I started cutting them just to make sure there is nothing in there. Clear plums without the seed. You can add mango. I didn't have mango. You can add, I'm gonna add the link of the recipe, what you can use, what's recommendable. I've used mangoes, I remember. I mean, sometimes we lack food here in the US, because in Colombia you can have all kind of foods, but you have to know which ones to. So I got my fruit. What else? Oh, papaya. You can use papaya. That's a cook pressure from Colombia, brand Imusa. It's easy to use. You just pull out the orange stick. It says cook. Whenever you see the red bottom go up, means it's ready. Whenever it starts peeping, you turn it off, and then loose out the orange stick. The red bottom will go down, and that tells you you can open it, so that way you don't get burned. A lot of people, I haven't seen many people using a pressure cook. Okay, now here you are gonna add the protein. I tried to use some organic again. All my fruits, I was shopping at Whole Foods. I was getting all organic stuff, and I'm gonna show you how I use more or less the measurement for each. See, that's for the day. That little piece of meat will be for this soup. I'm gonna cut the whole chunk of meat in little pieces to have it pre-ready for the future days. And that's all you need. Same amount, same portion of chicken as well for whenever you use. I'll do 1 day meat, 1 day chicken, 1 day meat, 1 day chicken. Those, yeah, that's all preferred. They don't add another type of meat, only those. Again, I'm gonna link videos of another parent who did this soup with his baby. The baby had some issues, and then she recovered in 2 weeks. Just with this soup. The father is from Canada. I think he makes the video somewhere. I'm gonna link it below too. Now the white, I will just keep the red meat. The one with the white stuff, I'll keep it for myself. See, I'm storing here some. Okay, so it's ready. After 5 minutes, you turn it off. Turn it off, and then it's time to add the meat. After you add the meat, and you can add the veggies, and then cook it for another 5 minutes. And I'm gonna set up the alarm in the Google machine I have. So once the beans were cooked, you turn it off, you add the meat, add the veggies, and turn on. Oh well, here, don't forget about the plums. And then you cook it again for 5 minutes. It was a bless to have this guy. So I would dirty my hands, and I would just, say, hey Google, set the alarm in 5 minutes. It'll beep, and then I knew it was ready. Now thank God I got some glass bottles from Avent, I believe they are. I'll double check with you in the description. I was blessed to have these bottles because they'll be like ready for the day to use. I will just put them in the fridge and then warm them up for each use. I use this spoon to put the solid stuff in the blender and then pour the liquid in. You can pour the whole thing in. I was scared to get burned, so this is how I do it. That's why I'm showing slowly, not slowly, but just the way I did it. You may have another way. Awesome, just do it. It's for your baby. It's for her well-being and yours. It's the best investment of time, effort that you can do for your baby and yourself. It's because if your baby is happy, then you'll be happy. You'll be in peace. Oh, then don't forget, I think, don't forget, before you blend it, see, I forgot that. A tablespoon of olive oil. Try to get the USDA brand organic. Try. It's an investment. Don't look at it as an expense. Anything you spend on your baby is an investment, okay? So there you go. Don't forget about that. It's important. I don't recall why, but it's important. Thank God I was able to have the Vitamix. It'll blend. It'll make the whole thing in a smoothie in less than 2 minutes. Yeah, I think you don't blend it longer than that. It has to have the smoothie consistency. Now, because of the ingredients or whatever, always there will be like bubbles on top, and I will get rid of it because I didn't want that in the bottles. I just wanted the liquid. They don't explain this in the regular video, but this is what was going on with me, and I'm sharing everything step by step. Then I tried to have the cups ready. the lids, so because immediately after you pour them in the bottles, immediately they go to the fridge. And then I will leave one out, will be the fresh one, out in room temperature, waiting for my baby to wake up and have it, room temperature. You have to let it cool because it's hot, hot. And that's how it has to be stored, only in glass containers. It was a journey every single day. This will be my baby's food, and this will give her all she needed, nutritious. She'll be happy, she'll stop crying. It'll make just easier. That's what pushed me to get up early and make this every single morning. Now adults can have it. You can have it when it's good for people who have diabetes, for adults who don't, senior citizens, I mean not citizens, senior people can have it. And for you can omit the plums. You can put salt instead. It to me is like a smoothie soup, but it's Jaramillo soup. It took the name after Dr. Jaramillo's studies. He's a very well-known doctor who now lives. He's from Colombia, but he did his studies here, and he saved millions of lives, and he has now a lot of genius kids in the best universities of the US, UK. See, I stored the rest in a big glass container, and I could just pour it in the little ones when they were available. I try to have those lids ready. Just I'm showing you how. I had them ready to so that they don't the soup doesn't stay out there long. There you go, ready for the day. And she'll have all that. Yeah, she'll drink all that. And whatever was left, I could just have it. I would not waste a drop from this soup. You need it, mommy, you need it. If you're are breastfeeding, you can, after you offer this to your baby, you give some dessert, mommy's milk,